Okay, today we're going to be doing a couple very simple alterations that you will not be needing a pattern for, but they are going to be upcycles on articles of clothing that already exist. I thrifted this button down a while ago, but I just never did anything with it. And I think I want to cut out the collar, keep it as a button down. I think I also want to cut the sleeves off and turn it into a button down tank top. But most of the time I'm just winging these projects, so I might decide in the middle of it to keep the sleeves on. We'll see. The size of this, and the size is 12 petite, and I feel like this color and pattern would look really cute for spring. Spring is right around the corner. I also live in Florida, so it's already basically spring here, but I think it's time to start more springy, summery upcycles. And this pinkish striped pattern is really fun. I also have this lime green midi skirt. It's a Gap midi skirt. I thrifted this a while ago and I kept it as is because I thought I would wear this as a midi skirt, but I never did. So I was thinking maybe cutting this top portion off like this and then turning this into a little boho tank top and using the extra fabric that I cut off to make some really thin straps. And I'm deciding if I want to do 2 thin straps over each shoulder or if I want to do one at the center that will tie around the back of the neck and then maybe do a scrunch at the front. I think it would be cute either way. So yeah, those are our 2 projects for the day. I need to pick out some thread for both of these. Maybe like honestly for this one I can do red, pink, maroon, burgundy. Any of those colors would do, and this one obviously a lime green. I have 2 different lime greens. They're pretty much the same. I think this one might actually go better. And then for the red striped one, I have a pink or a burgundy, but I feel like this burgundy might go better. And I need 2 empty bobbins because I don't think I have any bobbins with either of those colors. I do have a brown bobbin. Oh wait, I also have green. Perfect. Okay, I have 2 brown bobbins. I don't want to waste any of the thread that's already in these, and I don't have any empty ones. Would it be the end of the world if I used brown bobbin thread and then maroon top thread for this? I think I'm going to do it anyway. And I think I want to do the stripe project first, so we're going to save this one over here for later. If you hear a chewing sound throughout this video, it's just Camper with her new toy. But she's just so happy, I can't take it away from her. Okay, here's how it looks on. It's not bad, but it's not what I wanted. I thrifted this for the fabric, and my vision was for this to be a cute, more fitted button-down tank top. I'm going to be cutting off this collar. I also want to cut the sleeves off. And then for the neckline, I think I may cut straight across here. I think I kind of want the straps to look something like this, where it's thicker up at the top and then it tapers down so that it kind of gives a more square neckline. I think once I start cutting it, it will make a lot more sense. And here's the rough draft of the shape that we're working with. Obviously, we need to take in the sides and I need to even out this neckline. Right now it's too high, but since we made our initial cuts, now I can go in and customize everything. So I'm going to use my tape here, and if I pinch the sides under the arms, I can get an idea of how much I need to take it in. And then once I pinch the same amount on each side, and it's about where I want it, I will measure one side. Let's see. About 2 inches under the arms. And then for the smallest part of the waist, we're going to take in quite a bit more. And I think I'll do 3 inches off the smallest part here, but I do want it to flare out again below the waist. So I think off of this part here, I'll start by only taking off 1 inch. I think I want the top of the neckline to sit about here. So I'm going to make a mark a little bit above this so that I have room to hem it. And for this project, I'm going to turn my tension up to like a 7. Stitch length between a 3 and a 2, and we're going to be doing a straight stitch. we're making improvements. It's definitely looking a lot better here at the sides. I still think up here at the sleeves, I might need to pull it up like 1/2 inch. And I'm pretty happy with how this is looking. So we can cut off the extra fabric, and then I'm gonna use my serger to go over that raw edge. Okay, so now that we've used our serger along the edge here, and then we also altered it up here at the shoulder, now I can go along the neckline here and then each of the armholes with some bias tape, and this will give us a nice clean finish for the hem. And for this, we're just going to open it up, and I'm going to clip this along the right side of the fabric. So now our bias tape should look something like this, and we're going to wrap this around that raw edge. So it should look like this on both sides. And then we're going to fold it under again. And now we can do a top stitch here. This will be the outside of the top, and then this will be on the inside. And now here's what that neckline looks like once we've added in that bias tape. And now we're going to do the exact same thing to each of the sleeves. And here's the finished result. I love how this turned out, and I also really like how it flares out a little bit below the waist. So let me give you guys a little 360. And there was some gapping here at the bust between these two buttons, but I just added a couple safety pins to keep it closed. I was debating on maybe just sewing this straight down and then adding a zipper to the side. That way this can be more fitted without the buttons pulling. But I think for now this works pretty well, having a couple safety pins. And here's the back. It's not perfect, but I think it's pretty good considering I made this in a couple hours out of a thrifted top that I got for a couple bucks. I feel like this looks like something you could find on Princess Polly or even Reformation. Let me know what you guys think. But before we can continue on to that green midi skirt that I want to work on next, I want to talk about today's sponsor, which is Skillshare. And if you've been watching my videos, you've definitely already heard me talk about Skillshare. But for those of you who don't know, Skillshare is a platform with thousands of classes for creative people like us. And if you like watching my videos, you're probably a creative person who likes to learn new hobbies and skills. Just a guess. Lately, I've been watching their hand embroidery classes, and it's been such a game changer. In this specific class here on hand embroidery, it breaks out all the stitches step by step, which is perfect if you want to start adding some custom details to your clothes. Skillshare has creative classes taught by world-class creatives like professional illustrators, renowned graphic designers, and successful entrepreneurs. And it's the best place to learn a creative skill or pick up a new hobby. I love that the classes are structured but still super easy to follow. You can pause and rewatch whenever you need to. And if you want to try out Skillshare for yourself, the first 500 people to use my link in the description or scan the QR code will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. There are an unlimited amount of classes for whatever your interests are, so get started today. All right, back to our project. And this is going to be our next project, the lime green midi skirt that I want to work on. I think this should be pretty easy to turn into a little baby doll tank top. And for reference, I did thrift this skirt. It's in my size. And technically up here at the waist, it would be too tight under the arms. But since I'm going to be cutting it about to here, and it is a little bit wider, I think I should be able to make this work as a top. So if you're going to thrift a skirt to turn into a top, I would maybe go up one size from your usual just to give you a little bit of extra width, especially if you have a bigger bust. And this also has a side zipper. The zipper stops about here. So I'm pretty sure once I cut this top portion off, I'm going to be cutting off where the zipper is anyway. So I don't really have to worry about that. But I'm going to save the zipper because I might need to add it on the side once I turn this into a top, if I'm not able to just slide this on over my head. And since this already has a zipper in the same color, might as well use it. So now before I continue, I just want to make sure I can get this over my head without any issues. If I pinch all the extra fabric at the front, you can really tell how much extra there is. And I feel like there's too much extra fabric here for elastic to work. The elastic would work, it might just look a little bit weird if there's a ton of extra fabric. I think I can get away with taking off maybe 1/2 inch on each side. That way it'll fit better, but it's still gonna have that flowy baby doll top look. And this is the extra fabric we have left over. So I'm going to cut off this top band here and then make 2 strips out of this extra fabric on this side of the band. And I'm going to try to make them as skinny as possible and use my loop turner. And then I think I'll add a strap over each shoulder. And instead of taking off 1/2 inch on each side, I think I'll just take off 1 inch from one side and then taper it down, because I do want from the bust down, I want to keep a lot of this fabric so it stays flowy. I just want it to be a little bit more snug up under the arms. And like always, before I commit and cut off the extra fabric, I need to just try it on and make sure that it's gonna work. I can still get it over my head, and I feel like this will be a good enough fit once I have straps, because I still want this to be a loose and flowy tank top. I might be able to go back in later and take off a tiny bit more, but I definitely don't want to overdo it. So I think I'm gonna leave it where it is, and I can cut off that extra fabric, and then I'm gonna go over it with my serger. And I'm also going to go around this top perimeter here with my serger because it is double lined, and I want to keep these 2 layers together. And then once I serge around the top here and then down the side, I'm going to roll the top under just one time since it'll be serged. I don't have to worry about any fraying. And then I'm going to do a top stitch all the way around the top. Now here's what that looks like from the outside, and then from the inside it looks like this. And now we can use our scrap fabric here to make a couple straps. I'm going to fold this in half, and now I can do a straight stitch all the way down this strip. I made both of the straps, and now I need to decide how long I want them to be. I feel like I can get away with them being between 16 and 17 inches. And now I can measure where on the top I want to attach the straps. This top turned out exactly how I was hoping it would, and especially with a pair of jeans like this, I feel like it's just very casual, springy, summery, flowy, and for Florida weather, I think this is going to be perfect. I also love how thin these straps are. I ended up taking off an additional inch from the straps because they were a little bit too loose, and even now, sometimes the strap wants to fall off. But I don't want this to be too much higher in the back. I like where it's sitting. So I'm hoping the weight of the fabric will keep these straps from falling off my shoulder. Next to each side seam in the back, right here, I made a little dart on each side just to get rid of some of that extra loose fabric under the arms. So yeah, I did add a couple darts to each side, and I'll give you guys a little 360 view. I love this. I think both projects from today turned out so good, and they were both so simple. And I wore this one to work yesterday, and I got so many compliments on it. I want to be able to recreate this in a bunch of different colors and patterns. So let me know which one was your favorite from today. And until next week, bye!